Boxing King Media in association with Boxer Aaron Bickerstaff, the Vice President at Probellum. A huge fight for your guy this Friday night. The guys at Wasserman are confident that Josh Kelly is going to spring the surprise and prove Troy Williamson wrong. How confident are you in your guy?
Yeah, look, Troy's a seasoned pro. You know, he's been here before. Obviously, Josh brings something probably different that he's faced in the past. You know, that slick style, the probably typical Adam Booth style of fighting. You know, but look, he's been there. He's taken everything people's thrown at him. He's been in the trenches. He stands there. He takes it, and I don't know if Josh is ready for that in the later rounds when Troy's still standing in front of him with that pace. I think we've done the work in the background. The nutrition's on point. He's looking amazing. He's going to be massive after the weigh-in the fight night. We're really confident we're taking that belt home again. You know.
There's a lot of talk of that, like you touched on there, about Josh's mental state, whether he's ready for this fight, but ultimately they could have chose a different path. He's had 2 warm-up fights and he's going straight up against somebody who not a lot of fighters will be lining up to fight a big puncher like him. So does that say something about his mindset?
Yeah, look, the mental health side of things, it's no joke, and fair play for Josh, at the first press conference talking about that, because it's a big problem, globally, especially here in the UK and Ireland. It's huge, so fair play to him to coming out and saying that and talking about it and opening up. Talking about the mindset, it's more of, after the David Avanesian fight, which is no shame, of what happened, but I think he had to take the fight, didn't he? Because how can you walk away from, the bragging rights of the North, the Northeast? How can you walk away from, the British title fight? Did they have other options? I don't know, but look, we're here now. It's an amazing fight. The bragging rights are on the line, the belts are on the line. It's going to be a fantastic night of boxing, and it's one that's dividing everyone, but we're confident we will come away with the win.
It's his second defence, so obviously if he does win, is he looking to try and get that belt outright?
Look, let's see who's next. Let's see who's kind of there after this fight. I think if he wins this, it puts him on the global stage even more. I think we're 8 in the IBF, we're 6 in the BO. There's big fights there. Obviously, we've got Tim Tszyu fighting Charlo for all the belts. Let's see what happens after that, and we'll sit down as a team, talk to Troy, see what he wants to do, and the British to defend 3 times and keep that belt is very, very difficult. Sometimes you go up to that world level, you have easier fights, because when you look at what he fought Ted Cheeseman, he fought Mason Cartwright, which was a hell of a fight. He obviously got put down in that fight and came back and got the decision. So let's look at it. Let's see what the options are after this fight, and then we'll sit down as a team. We'll make a decision.
A couple of other questions about other guys at Probellum. Sonny Edwards obviously had a brilliant, successful defence last time out. Have any talks gone on with Eddie Hearn yet? Because from the outside, it seems like Eddie might be more interested in matching Bam Bam with Martinez.
Yeah, look, we're ready. Sonny's. I don't have to do any talking about Sonny. Sonny does enough. We'd take any of those right now. We'd take Bam Bam. I think that's the one he wants. I don't think Martinez really wants to fight. Richard was on with Eddie on TalkSport. The fight was pretty much made, we thought. Sonny was ready for it, and then suddenly it disappeared. So now the Bam fight, it's exciting, and I think that's what Sonny needs now. Sonny's he's had some great defences of the title, and now I think he deserves that big name. I think he deserves that global recognition for how good he actually is, because Alvarado is a hell of a puncher. I think in all his previous fights, he never went over 6 rounds. So Sonny stood there in the 9th, I think it was the 8th or 9th, against the ropes, caught his punches, took them, and then just outboxed him for the rest of the fight. So, he deserves the opportunity now, and we really do. We're pushing, so anybody. And if we can't get the Martinez or Bam fight, then we'll go up.
I spoke to Prince Patel the other day, and if you're aware of Prince Patel, he's coming back next month, and he's saying that he's fighting an IBF ranked fighter, so he's saying he'd take Sonny on a voluntary early next year. Could that be possible?
Sonny would take that fight. That's an exciting fight. Everyone wants to see it. I think that does big tickets just because they're both, characters, but it's an easy fight for Sonny. I think Prince Patel wouldn't stand a chance against him. but it's an exciting fight. If we can't get anything else, and if it makes sense, let's look at it.
And Jalalov, I understand he's back out again. I don't think he's announced a date yet, but he's looking to announce it very soon. What's the plans for him? Because he's got to be very difficult to match up.
We're having the problem now that Wasserman had with Hrgovic, where nobody wants to touch him. He's frightening, like athleticism, punch power, movement, feet work, everything. The guy's unbelievable. Everyone you talk to, from Tyson to Fury, they're all saying that he's the future of the heavyweight division. So, look, we're gonna have to get somebody big. I think the fight for him would be somebody like maybe like a Charles Martin, a Dominic Breazeale, a former world champion, somebody like that, a big step up. And I think he does it easy. To be honest, there's not many in the heavyweight division at the minute. I wouldn't, jump at putting him in with. The only thing that is the rounds. He hasn't went into those late rounds yet, but the guy's ready for most. The guy's ready for most.
And last question, Aaron, what are the plans for Probellum? Have you guys got any more shows? Obviously last year in Dubai, the Sonny was an epic event. Obviously I was there. Can we get more shows in Dubai, please? And what are the plans for the UK?
Yeah, look, we're wanting to go global. That was always the plan, is that we want to bring boxing outside of the realms of the US and the UK and kind of push into the international market. We did that. As you said, the Dubai show was unbelievable. We had Batchkov, who's at 140 going to be a hell of a fighter and cause a lot of problems. Sonny Edwards obviously headlined. Regis Prograis fought Tyrone McKenna. It was a great fight. That week of boxing is probably the most enjoyable I've had in the sport. So we'd love to go back, to the Middle East. Obviously, we've also got Batchkov and Jono fighting this weekend in Uzbekistan. So, there's plenty of options. The UK, from the Sheffield show, the feedback we got was amazing. We had Bates and Masood, which was a hell of a fight. That's what Probellum's all about. 50-50 fights. We'll never shy away from, if our fighter wants to fight whoever it is, we're there and ready to make a deal. So we'll be back in the UK February, and we'll be probably back in the UK, I would say 8 to 10 shows next year, and then the international as well is going to be a huge part of our business moving forward. So there's exciting times ahead for 2023 for Probellum.
Great stuff, Aaron. I really appreciate your time for the first time on Boxing King Media, so we'll catch you soon.
Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Cheers.